Hey, welcome to the Value Source 101. It's your host, Tiara LaFawn, and
your girl, Court.
And today we have a very special guest with us today. His name is Benny Duhay. He is a musician, an artist, and an all-around funny, pretty cool guy. You know, I just met him today, but Courtney seems to have known him for a lot longer than me, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been
What's
about
up, everybody?
2 years.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Right? He hasn't seen her all year.
Yeah, it's since the beginning of this year, so it's been a while.
Oh my goodness, it's only February, but we're getting there. Oh man. So I wanted to get right into it because I know you have some projects you've been working on. It's really exciting.
I do.
I listened to a couple of songs, but one song that just had me, I was like laughing. I like the visual, everything. It was Bubble Wrap. It was just really, really good concept. And I really wanted to just find out what inspired you to write that song.
Oh, the thing we're all living through right now is, this whole quarantine thing. And even if you're not in quarantine officially, we still feel that, we're all going a little stir crazy here, getting cabin fever because we can't do what we're used to doing. So the whole bubble wrap concept was, listen, if I could bubble wrap myself, maybe I can go outdoors and go to some concerts, go to parties, do what we'd normally do. So that's kind of where the concept was born. I think also the beat just kind of gave me that kind of vibe, and a couple things added up, and songs just kind of came to me at a certain point. It's one of those songs. So as opposed to like Mexico, that was a release before it. Mexico was one that I wrote over like a long period of time. I think it was like a number of months. And I just kind of kept coming back to it. With Bubble Wrap, honestly, like I think I wrote that in like an hour, maybe two. And it just all just fit in so perfectly. And it happens like that sometimes when you just start going, and I look at the time and I'm like, oh geez, it's only been a couple hours. I think we got a song. Like,
right.
Obviously
sometimes those are the
edits.
biggest hits. Like literally
those are
right. Hits.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man. That's
T-Pain talks about doing that too.
Who does?
T-Pain, the artist.
I'm in love with the strippers
in like an hour or so. Yeah.
Teddy Payne.
Pretty dope.
I haven't heard a T-Pain song in a while, actually.
Teddy pinned her ass down.
Is he still releasing? He's still releasing music, right? I mean, I want to say he is.
I think he's more behind the scenes, isn't he? Though
he does release music, and he's been in a couple TV series too.
Really?
I know.
Yeah, by TV I mean YouTube.
Oh,
does that count?
What? I mean, I don't know if there's a difference at this point.
On shows,
it's all streaming,
right?
I'll count
get it from the same place. Put it on. TV.
Shoot, we all give them views. That's all that matters.
Views. There it is.
Right.
Another Drake song.
It's so funny. So, when did
We're going full circle with Drake?
Oh, for sure, right? One take Drake.
Aubrey.
One take Drake. Right.
That guy.
I'm gonna stop saying his name, for real.
Right? He doesn't need shine on the show. This is not an episode about Drake. This is an episode about Benny. Thank you, Benny.
That's right. That's right.
So what I really want to know is, Benny Duhay, when did you get started into music? Like, how long ago did this journey start for you?
So I started writing really early on. Like I started writing poetry. And then I realized I really wanted to write songs. So years now. Now, as far as coming out music as Benny Duhay, it was almost like a rebrand. And that's been what, like 12 months now, just going on a year. I would say a little bit under a year. When I released Mexico, I was about 3 months into releasing music as Benny Duhay. So that was, I would say it's about a year now.
And how has this rebranding been going for you?
It's been good. I mean, I got a lot of blog love on a few of the last releases, like you mentioned, Bubble Wrap, Mexico. I dropped a couple of freestyle episodes, or like a freestyle series under Benny Raps. Got some good coverage on them. It's been honestly, it's been great. The feedback's been positive. I'm not hearing a lot of negative or, even I'd say constructive criticism. So if anybody's got that, let me know, man. Like I'm always looking to grow, and I've gotten a lot of love, which is awesome. But definitely want to keep collaborating with people, keep growing as an artist. And I would say the rebrand as a whole has been has been solid. You know, my real name and the name that the stage name I went with before was Barack the Rapper. And as I was mentioning before we really got started, you know, having Barack in my name made it really tough to Google me and find my music. So, you know, one of the reasons why I did rebrand and did change names is because of that.
Yeah, and then how did you get Benny Duhay? How did you get that name? Because you said your
So,
name is Barack like Obama, you know,
right,
Obama, but
right. And yeah, shout out to Obama. I hope he like listens to my music at some point. That's
that
on the
would
bucket
be
list for sure.
dope as fuck. Oh my God,
He
Susan,
like
I'm like,
doesn't
He
he
will
like
definitely listen at some point. I'm
he's
positive
got
of it.
to. He's
I hope
got
Yeah.
so.
to. He
It comes
I
across his
I heard
desk. I'm sure of it.
he releases a playlist like every year, right? And it's on Spot. I think it's on Spotify. Yeah, right. So if I
It
make it to
has
that
to.
playlist,
You're winning,
that's like a Grammy for me. Like that would
right?
be amazing, honestly.
Call it a
But
Baraki
no,
and Obama award.
yeah, the Barack Award, right? So Benny is actually, so interestingly enough, my initials in Hebrew spell out Benny. So Benny made sense, and then Duhay is actually my real last name backwards. So it's all still my name in a sense. It's just kind of moving the letters around a little bit.
Play.
A little bit of wordplay, letter play.
Yeah, exactly. That's really cool. That's actually really interesting how you got your name. It's like I don't talk about how I got Tiara LaFawn, but it's
How
really
did you?
my name. My name really is Tiara, and my last name is Miles, but LaFawn is my middle name. And I figured if I ever get married, my last name would change, but my middle name will always stay the same. So therefore, I make this my broadcast name. Bam,
Smart.
never have to change it.
You never have to change. Yeah, there you go. That is
There
really
it
smart.
is.
Courtney's like, I like it. I like it. I
It's
approve.
perfect.
Courtney knows the biz. Like,
Right. And
she's
mine
been
is
around
just
for a
my
long
name,
time.
you know?
Right.
Hey, sweetie, you are not part of the interview. You shut up.
I'm just everyone's sidekick.
Yes, hold on. I think I have to bring her in. We could see her one time because I don't know if I'm
Oh,
Hi,
what's up?
sweetie.
Hey, stop
What's her
barking.
name?
Oh, okay.
This is what happens when
Hi,
you work from home.
Sweetie.
No,
Sweetie.
chill out. Oh my God. Can we stop it? I want to get back to the interview. She's over here distracting me. It's
I
crazy.
think we're making her mad. Yeah, she's like, what's happening?
So
She
funny.
wants to be included, I think, you know?
Oh my God. I thought I did enough. No.
Yeah, just leave her on your lap.
So funny. Okay. Here. So let's get back to the interview, Benny. So how did you, or not how did you, but what inspired you to actually start music? You said you wrote poetry before and everything in the past. So what really got you more into the music side of things? And
Yeah, I mean, just artists that I still listen to, you know, quite a bit of. My list, I guess, like my Mount Rushmore, like I got artists like, I mean, even dating back as far as like Tupac's, like, you know, some of his music, some of Eminem's music. Kanye West is another big influence for me. Just listening to some of what they had to say, I felt like, you know, I want to share my story too. And I want to be heard. And I just enjoy the process. Obviously I love the finished product and listening to the songs, but the process itself is cool too. So, you know, just listening to the artists that I did growing up. I mean, T.I. was another big influence for me. Later on, like you think of like J. Cole's, Kendrick Lamar's. So it's definitely
What's your
been
top five. Yeah. Now that
is
you're over
such
here
a
naming
tough
all
one.
these awesome artists, I'm about to make this hard on you. Why not?
You are. I mean, I would say so. To me, number one's always been Tupac. But Eminem and Tupac are like 1A, 1B for me, just because those are who I like grew up listening to. I would normally put Kanye West in there, like for at least top three, just because not just from a lyricism standpoint, but a production standpoint, and really just his impact overall. I'd have to include him. I would probably put J. Cole and Kendrick in there, and I don't know, is that 4 already? I would honestly, so not necessarily just as a rapper, but Drake for sure would be, if not in my top 5, at least in my top 10, just because again, he's not just a rapper. I mean, the guy's like an entertainer overall. I mean, there's nothing he can't do.
He's
so, you know,
Jimmy in the wheelchair, bro. Like, what do you mean?
That's right. Yeah, I mean, and he's so versatile too. Like from a musical standpoint, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, he can get on any beat. I mean,
and he
makes
makes
it
like
any
five.
flow.
He's got to be in my top 5. He is.
Funny.
So we got to we have to kick someone out of there, let me know. But Drake's
It's
got to
like,
be.
no,
I
I think that was a whole five.
that was
Hopefully,
5,
maybe it was
right? Yeah.
6, but we'll say it was 5.
Well, because I gave Eminem and Tupac the 1A, 1B.
Yeah,
So they're
exactly.
both 1. So we'll roll with that. Yeah, because Drake's
Eminem
got to be in the
is
top 5.
That's so
Yeah. Oh,
up
and
there,
he's
though.
still really. I mean, to be honest, like I don't listen to his music as much as I used to, like his newer stuff. But he's still releasing some dope shit. Like he really is.
Yeah,
Isn't that
I
crazy?
have to give his music at least one listen, at least one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah, I
Tupac
mean-
for sure. But you want to crazy? Even Nipsey just had dropped a new song with who was it? It wasn't Rick Ross. It was oh my.
I
just
want to say
forgot
her,
about it.
but it's
No,
something
no,
separate,
it wasn't her.
but it was Alex.
Literally just dropped a new
What was
song
that
with.
Nipsey song?
It was it a
dropped?
never released, or was it released and they
With
like
who?
remixed it?
With Jay-Z.
No, I think they just with Jay-Z. Yes, with Jay-Z, exactly. No, they just released
Thank
it.
you.
That's
That was from
crazy.
Alex.
He's probably got a lot of verses that were recorded and never dropped that we'll still be hearing Nipsey stuff in like
For
5,
sure.
6 years from
Just
now.
like he's the Tupac of our generation. Literally, he said
Yeah.
it. I live by that. He is, because I see how like I was like, oh, Tupac's dead. I was like fucking what, 5? But like
Yeah, same.
when Nipsey hit, like I felt that so hard to the point where it's like when my dad and everybody was upset when Pac passed away, when he was killed, I like kind of understood what they were going through at that point in time, because I'm like, wow, now I can sit here together.
Yeah.
Daughter's watching upset about this person. I don't even know this fool, but I wanted to meet him and I was supposed to meet him. I was supposed to do a Valley Source interview with him. And that is why I'm so sad that will like
Man. That's crazy. And I felt, and you're right. I think, being older when he passed, it was definitely like hit us a little bit differently. But I feel like his it was just kind of shocking too. Like I feel, and obviously unexpected. Whenever anyone gets killed, it's unexpected, but it was a pretty big shocker.
Yeah, I'm like sitting here
Yes.
driving. I go to Waba Grill all of a sudden, I'm hearing on the radio that like he's fatally shot. And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? Like this, it can't be real. I'm on Google on my phone. I pulled over. I literally parked the car, pulled over, and like got on my phone. Like this is not happening right now.
I think I heard it on the radio too, and it kind of made me think. The only other time where I kind of had the same feeling was when Aaliyah died, and I think I had like Power 106 on, and I was like. Again, I was like maybe 10 or 11. I was really
we were like
so
young. I was like 11. Like, yeah.
But it was, I mean, I still remember that. And I was like, wow, I think she's like the first celebrity that I can think of that died. And I was just like, wow, it's insane. And, you just, the older you get, the crazier it seems, I feel like.
Yeah, but then the older we get, the more people pass away.
Yeah, the longer you live, the more people you lose. Unfortunately,
right.
If you kind of
that's true too.
Way. But
that's
you
true
gain
too.
more wisdom, you gain more knowledge, you gain more friends, more connections. I mean,
and that's yeah. And the older you get, the older relatives and people around you are and keep getting. So
yeah, we
it's
can't
kind of the natural
process.
progression. Right,
Yeah.
Can't stop time.
Right.
Right.
So, Courtney had a question. I know. I just seen if she wanted to ask.
Oh,
yeah.
I just wanted to backtrack a little bit and ask you about what your process is like making music. It's probably changed through coronavirus and everything.
It has changed a lot. I mean, I feel like, as far as inspiration goes, you really have to like almost find it now. Whereas in the normal world, like I'll be somewhere. Like I was in Mexico. I started writing a song called Mexico. You can't really do that anymore. I mean, you can to an extent, but it's just not the same. So, I mean, I would say it's really different with every song too, especially now. I mean, like it's weird. Like it's gonna sound weird to you guys, but like sometimes I'll think of like a song concept like in the shower. And then I like get my phone and I'm like typing something up and I'm like, okay, we're gonna make a song about this later. Or sometimes I'll wake up like in the middle of the night and I'm like, damn, that would be a cool song. And then I write it down and I get back to it. I've written songs like that too. So I'd say there's not like a specific process, but once I have the concept in mind, then I've worked on some production with producers that I work with on a regular. AG.
I could read his lips.
Oh. That's hilarious. Hold
up. But no, my process is probably different with every song. But I would say as far as getting inspiration from a beat or co-producing, that's a big part of the process. And for me, that's where I really get like the overall vibe for the song.
Okay, so like this has nothing to do with nothing because but I know a lot of producers. So like I know like when it comes to like their songs and like the beats that they make, they name it like this weird ass random name that has like some, I don't know, whatever. It's like kind of how the vibe they felt when they were making it. Have you ever kind of like kept the same concept or like you just completely change it like every time?
I've done both. I've kept the same concept and it stayed consistent. But I've had like beats where I don't know, like they might have titled it "Get Down" or like like it was supposed to be like a party song. Yeah, like some weird party. And I was like, actually, I'm getting more like a coasting vibe from this than a party vibe. So I'll completely change the concept, and the title is obviously gonna be a lot different. But I've had the opposite too, where I was like, yeah, this is spot on. This is exactly what this song should be about. So I've seen both, but that's a good question, honestly.
Well, that's really cool. It just like, came to the top of my dome, I
Yeah.
have stuff written down, but I like to piggyback off other things. Or if I hear something interesting, I'll just kind of shoot it out there. Otherwise I forget about it because I've
Yeah. No.
Keep it going,
like
girl.
it goes.
Oh man. So let's go back to COVID because I know we're talking about COVID for a little bit. How has COVID really like affected you? I feel like you could give positive and negative, but like how has it affected you the most besides for, you saying everything we had talked about earlier? I know we didn't record it, so we don't have to put it in there, but
It's I mean, it's been I'd say it's been challenging. There has been positive. I feel like, you get a little bit more time to do things than before. I mean, you probably spend an hour or less at least a day driving somewhere, especially in LA. It's probably more like 2 a day.
Yeah, that never happens. But
so
COVID.
that right now, I mean, I can get to LAX in like 45 minutes from the valley, and before it was probably like closer to 2. So that part is nice, but I would say as far as finding inspiration and getting out and seeing live music, like I love going to concerts, I love going to shows. And it doesn't even have to be anyone that's really big. It could be like even like an open mic is cool. Like right now, I would go to see anyone perform anywhere. If someone told me, name random artists they're performing at, would you go see it? I'm like, yes.
Let me know. I'm there too.
Same.
Yes,
there.
like I am there. I'll be there early.
I don't care who they are. I'll help set up. I'll help break down.
A trumpet.
What's up?
What you need?
It wouldn't even matter. Yeah, at this point, right? I'm just the vibe of like a live show,
Yeah, that's so missed. Oh my god.
Unless it's a hologram. I don't know. I'll have to think twice about that.
That's I'm still not. I haven't seen a hologram.
If we gonna do a hologram, it better be of Nipsey or Tupac or some shit. Somebody I can't fucking see. Because if they around and they alive, I'm gonna be
it's too soon for Nipsey
looking
right
at a hologram and I'm like this nigga. Oh, language sorry. I feel like that word.
It should be someone that's not alive. Because you're right. If it is someone that's alive, I'm like, why can't they just show up? Yeah, can you just show up?
If it's Drake, I'm gonna be mad.
First of all, Drake, he better show up. I know Snoop Dogg will always show up. He's so entertaining. I love him, Uncle Snoop.
Yeah, he had his versus battles. Who was that with? Oh my god.
Oh, man, there's been so many versus battles. Oh my gosh.
There has been.
Was Snoop? Was it Snoop and? Oh my god, this is
gonna be terrible. Alex.
It was one of the ones
versus. I mean, Alex.
You said versus. Alex.
It was the only one.
It was DMX
start to finish.
It was DMX versus Snoop Dogg. Oh, DMX lost that shit immediately.
I think he did. I mean,
no.
I mean,
he did.
He lost that shit.
I think
he
lost.
I know he lost.
But DMX has more hits than I remembered, honestly.
You said, "Damn, wait, I forgot about that shit."
Yes, he does.
Like, this isn't like Mayweather and what's his face, that one guy trying to fight him. You guys know what I'm talking about? Logan Paul.
Oh my god, so that was not.
That's what that's what I was expecting out of Snoop versus DMX. To be honest, and that's no disrespect to DMX. Snoop is just Snoop, yeah. But it was close. It was much closer than that.
Oh man, that's good. See, it was a better fight than you were expecting. All your money was on Snoop at first, and at first
it was. We still won. We still doubled up the money, but it was close. I sweated it out a little bit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Had to. They're legends.
Oh man, that's so funny actually.
It's dope. So, have you guys seen any other versus battles like Fabulous and Jadakiss?
I saw some of that one. I haven't seen a lot of them, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't
It's
seen
pretty
all of
dope.
them. I've seen again, the Snoop one's the only one I saw like start to finish, and I was just sitting there watching it the whole time. It was
Did
good.
Neo do one?
Neo,
Neo
no,
did?
not yet.
No, he didn't. He needs to
No,
do one. I'm calling him out right now on
no.
that right now because
I'm
Neo
actually
not
a big
only
112,
Neo
has all the
fan.
bangers that he
112
sang,
and Jagged
but
Edge
he
did.
wrote a lot of bangers. Neo wrote so many bangers. He wrote fucking Single Ladies
He
and Put a
did.
Ring on it. Like, what do you mean? Stop playing with him. Like, he's a fucking
Neo,
genius.
He
I'm a
is a
huge
genius.
Neo fan. I'm a big, honestly, I remember when Neo came out, I used to go to Cal State Northridge, CSUN,
Hey, son.
and he performed at the big show. I think, no, actually, I don't even think I was going there yet. I think I was a senior in high school, and we still got tickets. We went to the show, and he
07?
killed it live. He killed it. Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
man.
I mean, his show that was my only time seeing him live, and he killed it.
That's crazy. I've never
can
seen
only
him live,
imagine.
but I've seen, obviously clips of him performing live. And he's the shit. He seems like
Yeah,
he's a great ass entertainer, and he's somebody that you would want to watch.
his vocals and songwriting skills are insane. Just nuts.
Insane. He should go against Chris Brown.
No.
Oh,
Ooh, actually. No.
that's a
Yeah.
that's a
I
tough
just
one
want to
for
see
me.
August Alsina on screen, but that has nothing to do with any of this.
He should go against The Dream.
He should go
Chris
against the Dream.
Brown. Chris Brown would probably would win.
Chris Brown
I don't
against
know anyone
Drake
who's.
because they
Chris
already have a
Yes,
Brown will
that's
win
rivalry.
against
actually
everyone. Chris
that's
Brown
actually a good
is
one.
gonna
That's
win
a good
against everyone.
comparison.
Chris
Cool.
Brown and
Chris-
Drake. Let's do it. Because
No.
They have
Chris
Chris
Brown
Brown
can
will
rap.
win.
You know that, right? Chris Brown can rap.
Chris Brown could
will
actually
win.
when I don't know if this is true.
Drake
When Chris
cannot
Brown was
sing.
signed.
Drake cannot
Yeah,
dance.
Drake can't sing. Drake can't sing.
We
like
know
Chris
Drake
Brown
cannot
can.
dance. We've seen the
Chris
music
Brown is an
videos.
all-around entertainer.
In the
He can
Hotline
dance. He
Bling.
can sing. He could rap.
He can
can
act.
Chris Brown
write,
would win
Sexy
that.
He
as
can
fuck.
act. He can
Oh, excuse
paint.
my language.
Wait,
can draw.
Drake can act. Hold on, Drake's pretty
Drake
good,
is an
right?
actor, though.
Okay.
He was
Yeah,
an
he's-
actor.
I'm just
started acting.
telling you about Chris Brown right now.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I mean-
you're
Chris Brown.
biased. I feel like you're biased
Okay.
because you love you some Chris
I
Brown.
love Aubrey.
But I
really
love me
do
some
love
Chris Brown
Aubrey.
since Run It, my dude. Since Run It, I've been like, oh, you can run that. Come over here. No, I'm just kidding.
First
I
of
remember
all,
when
you
that
was
song
like 12,
came
be
out.
quiet,
That was
sit down.
He said, sit down. Are you telling me to sit down, girl? I know I need to. Let me stop. No, we know you're talking to the baby.
Yeah,
It's
so
funny.
yeah.
But Drake,
I'm
I
for
was
both.
a fan of his music, and then I heard a song where he said in the song he said, "I'm the same yellow boy that used to be up on Degrassi," and so that's when I started watching Degrassi. I
forget what
watch
song
it
that
before
was, but I know that very line too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really do. I'm
That's
trying to
what made
remember
you
what song
watch
it
it?
was.
I forget,
Aye.
but I know he put Degrassi back on because people like me was like, "Fuck Degrassi," and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch Degrassi," like because of Drake.
No, look, Degrassi is like
It's
good on its
good.
own though.
No, it is good on its own. I just never gave
Like
it.
you never gave it the credit, okay? I just want you to know.
You know, that yellow
I've
boy
never
too.
watched it. I'll be honest, I haven't, but I heard good reviews. I
It's-
think I'm at a
it's
point where
all
I
drama.
wouldn't be entertained by it though.
It's
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's high
It's
school.
Maybe
high
like
school
10
stuff.
10
It's
years
high
ago,
school stuff.
maybe. Yeah, like
Yeah, we're a little too old for that
15
now.
maybe.
Sorry, guys.
yeah, right.
Ew.
Dude, I just realized shit. I need to get my charger. I'm on like 4%.
Oh, go
Okay,
grab
we
your
can talk.
charger, man. It's all good.
Can
Go
we
grab it.
pause?
Yeah,
Is that
I'll
okay
pause
to
it. Hold
pause?
on. We gonna take a brief intermission. We will be right back. Hey, and we're back after our brief intermission about chargers
That's right.
and their importance. Now, I really want to get back to. I guess we can backtrack. What I really want to do is go back. So I want to kind of go back to like childhood type of deal. Like, can you
Okay.
tell us a little bit about your upbringing? Like, what kind of child were you?
Oh man, we're gonna need like an hour just for this. So I was actually born in Israel. So I moved to LA when I was 9. Didn't speak a word of English, so that was always fun. You know, trying to fit in, trying to meet some of the other kids without really being able to communicate. So, you know, one way that I really clicked with, you know, kids growing up was sports. I've always played sports, you know, up until college. I mean, I was on a track and field team at CSUN. So that was always a way for me to make friends. And then music was really the other, you know, option for me. I did pick up the language pretty quick, to be honest. Like, I think, so by the time I came here in 4th grade, by the time I was done and moved into the 5th grade, I was pretty fluent by then.
Wow.
I mean, there was like words my vocabulary was probably a little bit limited at the time, but by the time I was in middle school, I was, just pretty much 100% good with the language and everything. Other than that, I mean, how was I as a kid? I'm an only child, so like
Okay.
some of my favorite artists, which I always thought was interesting. Like I think Kanye West is an only child. I think Drake's an only child. I don't know that that's why I connect with them, but
I was gonna say, you think it's because you relate with them more, like you go through
maybe
similar.
That's
that,
dope.
that could be it. I don't know. I've never had siblings. I had cousins I was close with and friends I was close with. But I think at the end of the day, like being an only child, I think if you're not an only child, it's kind of hard to fully understand it. You have to find ways to entertain yourself, especially when you're like, 10, 11, 12 years old. But then, you get older, you start, pick up sports, you make music, you join a band or in my case, like a hip hop group and go from there. But other than that, yeah, I mean, just kind of coming in, not speaking the language, having to pick it up as quickly as I could. And the challenges that are associated with that, as you can imagine. Like I said, this could be like I'm not going to, dive into the weeds with it, but I feel like there's a lot. It's a story that should be told, and that's partially why I was, gravitated towards music and specifically hip hop, because it is a storytelling platform, and so that's to me that's one of the things that brought me to music.
I love that. That's a really good answer. And I feel like I just learned so much about you real quick.
Yeah, right.
The listeners feel like they know you a little bit more too. And just knowing that like you came from another country. And the fact that you're able to pick up, like kids are so amazing. The fact that they can pick up languages so quick. And us as adults, we can't even pick up 5 words to order food. We feel like retards, excuse the language, but I feel like I'm like, am I stupid or something? Why can't I figure this out? And my daughter's over here, 9 years old.
It definitely took me like 10 years to learn Spanish.
So fluent with everything.
Oh yeah, the older you get, the harder it is. I don't know. Maybe you just have too much on your mind at that point. I see. I'm maybe making up excuses. I don't know, but for me, like right now, and drinking happens, and smoking happens, and
then
you can't really remember much. Yeah, life happens.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So true though. I mean, those are things that people actually do, and we're not all going to act like we don't do them, because we do.
That's right.
But I'm not going to confirm or deny the smoking portion.
Courtney is playing the fifth. She's like, I don't know, maybe, perhaps sometimes.
It's like even people know, they're like, no, it's just how you act. They're like, first of all, if you don't smoke, you should, because you act like you do. So bad. Oh my gosh. So I would like to know something really, really, I want you to think about this one, because I always tell everybody, think about this one. It's my favorite question. So I know, look at Courtney, she's already smiling. So if you could go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would it be?
Oh.
I know.
Man, that is tough.
That's so many my favorite question.
Yes, that's my favorite question to ask everybody.
There's like 30,000 things I could possibly think of.
I know, right? Straight up.
I'm like, there's a lot I could go back and change. I think from a music standpoint, I think when I was first getting started, when I was in college and I was, making music, and I was really like not trying to collaborate with a lot of people. I almost felt like my music was like my space, and I don't want anyone else to get in my space and try to tell me how I should record or tell me what I should do with this beat or, topics, whatever. Yeah. And I almost wish I was more open to it, because I think now I am, and it's been good. Like it's been, the more I collaborate, the more I learn, and the better that's been going for me. But young me was like, I know what I'm doing. Just let's get in the studio, me and the engineer. I don't need anyone else, except maybe we throw a party there. But like, for the most part, it was like, I just was really closed off, and I probably shouldn't have been. But I guess I've learned from it. So that's a positive.
I know that's a good thing. I feel like a lot of,
never too late to learn.
I get that too when I was younger. And I think when I compare it to like my sibling, my little brother and everything, it's like, they feel like they know everything because they feel like they went through everything, but there's so much more life to go
Right.
through that is
Right.
like, bro, just sit down and listen to the little bit of advice I have to tell you. Because I swear to God, it'll go a long way. It will go so much longer because I wish I knew this at your age. Can you just let me
Yep.
tell you?
Yep. And then keep in mind, I didn't have older siblings. I had no siblings. So no one had any
Yeah,
advice for
so
me.
you had nobody
was-
to sit there and just
You
try
had
to
to
sit
learn
you
on your
down. They had to
own.
be your friend.
I had to
Yeah.
figure it out. Yeah. I mean, I had older friends that were, would try to coach me on things, like producers I worked with that were like, you got to sometimes just be able to do this way or this that way. And I really wouldn't listen. Sometimes I would, but now I do. Now I feel like, it's funny. I feel more coachable now than when I actually played sports. So, so that's always funny.
That is funny.
Funny, and you have no physical coach.
Right. And I don't have coaches anymore.
Right. Well, I guess they did their jobs growing up, right? They're like, okay.
Right.
Probably get
Because in
coaches
the end-
watching. Some of my old coaches watching this, you're gonna be like, damn, now he wants to listen. Okay, cool.
Oh my God, they're gonna be so pissed. No.
He'll hit you up too, like,
They might. I'm friends with some of them on Facebook. So
Oh, that's
Oh.
funny. So hopefully they see this then. I definitely want to
There
put
you
it out
go.
there. Make sure you're able to share it too.
there you go.
So I guess we're gonna kind of bring it back in. I want to bring it back into your artwork for your album and everything that you're putting together for your project right now. So the picture was interesting to me. I liked it, but I'm a little different too, but I want to know what inspired it. What inspired the women and like how you had it set up.
So my two singles, my boy Andy did the artwork on, and
Mhm.
I mean, he kills it with graphic design. So I kind of let him run with it. I said, listen to the song. And I told him what I had in mind. We collaborated on. So I cannot take full credit for any of my artwork. Even with the Mexico artwork, it was more like, hey, this is what I'm kind of envisioning. What do you think though? And again, I guess this goes back to me now being the type of person that wants feedback more so than I did before. And we worked on it, I mean, I shouldn't even say we worked on it together. I mean, he worked on it, but I was like, okay, I like this. I don't like this. The concept as a whole for me with bubble wrap, I wanted to kind of capture partying in a bubble. And I guess he went the strip club route a little bit, which is fine. I wasn't opposed to it, but I just thought, anything that said, all right, we're partying in a bubble, we're almost like we're partying together, but not really. We're all, here's a reminder, we're still in the bubble. And I don't know if you noticed, I hope you did, with the artwork, they're both the women or the cartoons are in a bubble. So
yeah, no, I
hopefully
liked it a lot. It was really creepy. That's why
yeah,
I just
I'm actually thinking about artwork for the next single, and I've got a couple things in mind.
Well, yeah, tell us about your next single, actually, too. Let's go into that.
Yes.
And then tell everybody how they can
I'm
listen
interested to
your
hear
music.
about the new one.
Make sure
Perfect.
they know how to find your music. Make sure, you give them handles because they're going to listen to this. And if they rewind it, whatever they got to do, I want to make sure that they find your music and listen to you and follow your pages.
100%. So that's like the perfect segue. So I'll start with the upcoming single, and then we'll go into where you can find me.
Yeah.
With this single, my next single is titled Trip. It's another one that I kind of sat down with the beat and really just the song kind of came to me. And this one was produced by one of my close friends, War Dog. Shout out to War Dog, Warren. He killed it with this beat. And when I heard the beat, I had all types of ideas for it, and I sat down with it probably for like the day. And we had a song. By the end of the day, obviously he tweaked some things and did some of the mixing, but it was one of those songs that just came to me. And I think that right now, without the ability to really physically go on a trip anywhere, I think that a lot of people are gonna want to listen to this and feel like they're in a couple different places in the world. So I mean, honestly, like to me, with music as a whole, like it's a bit of a journey. And I think with this song, it is too. And I think a lot of people will relate to it, to different aspects of the song. So that's coming out the 12th of March. It's going to be on Spotify. It's going to be on Apple Music, wherever you listen to music. I mean, my distribution is pretty much throughout. If you listen to it on Tidal, whatever it might be, it'll be available. Another, best place to follow me though, honestly, is probably Instagram, and it's at Benny_Duhay. That's probably what I update the most. I do have a website, BennyDuhay.com, that you can go to, and all the links are in one place. So I feel like that's probably the easiest option. I am getting the YouTube page up. You know, we got a couple of videos on there, a couple lyric videos, so you can go on there and check it out. And then Facebook, if you like my Facebook page, that goes a long way too, because then I think your friends will see it, and that's how we spread the word. So always
and
appreciate
make sure
that.
you spell it out. It's BennyDuhay. Benny
There you go.
Duhay. Don't forget.
That's right. Don't forget.
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure they're able to find you, because I thought I was going to butcher your name at first when I was reading it. I'm like, I feel like this is what it says, but if I don't ask, it's going to come off bad.
It's
No,
said
I
how it
appreciate you
looks.
asking.
Yes, no, it's exactly
right,
how
it is.
it's spelled,
Yeah.
how it is. Like, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it is. I should add like I know some people that have like really long last names on Instagram. I noticed they'll like just kind of spell it out like three letters at a time and break it down for you. I should almost do that as a joke after this with my last name.
It'd be hilarious.
For
Right? It'd be
real.
like, for the people who can't figure it out. No. So funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. Actually, I would love to have you back on the show when you drop your single, and we could talk about that too. And do you plan on doing a visual? Does your visual drop around the time as a song, or what's up?
I definitely want to do a visual for this one, and we actually came up with I shouldn't say we, one of my boys, Josh, shout out Josh Schroeder. He does. He
Schroeder.
Yeah, Courtney, you know Schroeder.
Yeah, Tiara knows Schroeder too.
You do?
Oh, wait,
Really?
Wait, hold on. I do know you're
Wait.
talking about. He said Roder or Schroeder?
Schroeder. He came with Moose.
Moose.
Camping.
Oh, I did meet him. I met him. I
huge-
totally met him. That
Is
he
hilarious.
came.
I did not know you
with
guys
Moose.
did.
I know the dog. When I kept calling him Bear,
Yes.
Oh my God, his dog does look like a bear though.
I kept
Yeah, he
calling
does.
him Bear.
He
He was like,
does.
his name is Moose. Like,
Moose. And she came, come here,
Moose-
Bear. No.
Moose does look like a bear, and he probably didn't respond to Bear though.
No, he didn't, but I wish he did.
He was nonchalant. He just kept
You're like,
walking
he
to the
should have,
cab.
because he looks like a bear.
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry. That's what you look like. But yeah, shout out to him. He's a
Don't
dope person
disrespect
also.
Moose
So-
like
Great
that.
energy. Moose
So
is a bear.
Schroeder, I kind of joke with Josh Schroeder, my boy Jordan. They could have a production company because they come up with some cool concepts. And they really did for this one too. I know, Josh wants to help me with this video too. So we'll get something in the works. It's gonna be audio first, and then we'll release the video probably late March, early April. So I'll swing back around. You guys let me know what you got going on,
Yeah,
because I want to know
definitely.
what you think of the song. So I
Oh
definitely
yeah, let us know. You should send it to us when you drop it, because I'm more than willing to drop it on the Valley Source page. That's any day, all day. I'll
will.
drop that shit.
Yep.
Bam.
I'll do that.
Let us
I'll
know.
send it over early.
Drop it.
I'll
Yes.
send you guys the pre-save links too, because and that's for you guys and everybody listening.
wow.
Pre-saves are huge. That's
Did
how
I
we
just
get
get
on.
an exclusive?
There you go. Pre-saves are huge, because that's how Spotify. That's one way with Spotify editorials. If
Mhm.
I get a ton of pre-saves, then it gets on their radar. So spread the word. Tell all your friends.
Definitely. We
Okay.
definitely will spread the word so much.
We will.
Sweet.
Right? Hey, Courtney, you got anything special you want to add?
Do I? No, I don't actually at this time.
You're so
Like,
silly.
do I?
I know, right? I was expecting something like she was going to just drop the mic.
No, she's like, she's gonna ask
I
me a
thought
question
this
I have no
baby
answers
right
to,
here.
and I'm just like,
Right.
I know. I was waiting for it. I'm
What's
like, I'm
up,
about to
Isla?
write that question down. Hold up. Like, that's a good one.
I'm taking notes here. This is good.
Right? She over here schooling the journalist. No, that's so funny.
I'm
Oh
just in the
man,
background with young Isla.
I know. You
Young
got my
Isla.
niece in the background. She on the show. So when we do post it on YouTube, whenever it does post, we get to see the beautiful baby too.
There you go.
Making sure we all looking good. She dressed cuter than all of us. It's cool.
That's right, man. Putting
I'm
us to
jealous.
shame.
I know, right? Shit.
Really, that's why she's here.
I know, right? Fashion statement. No, I'm just kidding. It's so cute.
Bringing the fashion to the show.
Right?
Right.
Oh my God, it's so funny. So I did want to say thank you so much, Benny, for coming on the show. You were great. You gave awesome sauce answers. It was so much fun. I feel like this is bomb.com and people are going to listen to this all day long. Bam. I rhymed too.
Hey, damn. Are you available to get on a song?
Hey, I will
Man.
hop on the
You're like,
track
yes,
whenever you
let's
need.
go.
Yes. That's so
No, hey, honestly, thank you guys for doing this. You know, obviously, with everything going on, getting a platform is awesome. There's no live shows or, you know, open mics to hit right now. So doing something like this is great. You know, the more people that listen, the better. And this is one way to get that exposure and spread the word. So thank you, for real.
I mean, no, thank you. You're helping us out just as much as we're helping you out. So you don't even
Yeah,
know.
like you're helping
It's
us
a
get this
joint
out to the public
commission,
too.
right?
right.
You are part of the Valley Source community now. Oh shit.
That's
What
why
did
I
you
need
say?
a shirt.
The community.
I keep telling you,
We're gonna
I
get
need
you
a
that
shirt.
shirt, okay?
I'm telling
We've
you, every
spoken
time
into
I see you,
Is it
and
gonna say the
Courtney,
Valley
next time I
Source
see you
community
too.
or what? Because I feel like
Yeah, let's do it.
I just made
I,
something up right now.
I need it. I need it. I need
Part
it.
of the family.
I live in the
Well, there-
valley, so you know I gotta. Yeah,
Right, you got to rep. Hey, what side of
gotta
the valley
rep.
you from? What side of the valley?
Woodland Hills.
Okay, that's my side of the valley. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. It's
There
really
you
not.
go.
Woodland Hills
It
is a very
really
nice
is
area, though.
though. Simi Valley.
Simi Valley.
Simi Valley.
Yeah, no. Look, I grew up in Northridge, but like I'm in Simi Valley right now. You know, I'm still repping for the 818 though. I do not rep
Still,
for the
yeah.
805.
You're
Sorry.
close enough. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's awesome.
That's where I'm from.
Valley people in the house.
Exactly. The valley is where it's at. But all
I
right,
agree.
guys.
I'm from LA too, so you know, 323, 310, you know, throw
Hey,
that out
323, 310, all the above, you know.
If I actually knew the area code in Tel Aviv, I would probably shout that out, but I can't even
We
tell
gonna
you what
find
it
it.
is.
Right, we're gonna look it
Google
up. We're
that.
gonna post it on the page. We're gonna post it underneath the interview.
I talked to my family out there on like WhatsApp, so there's like no area code. So I'm sure,
wow.
you know, I'm sure it's, you know, I'm sure there is an area code. I just don't know what it is. But next interview, I will shout it out.
Definitely.
I'm gonna
We're
tell you
ready.
in 25 seconds. It's actually 60,000.
Really?
60,000. That
Are
is
you
the
making
zip
that
code.
up?
No, yeah, no, seriously.
That's
There,
Okay.
but
the area.
there's also 1,500 postal codes. So
1,500
that's where it
postal
starts
codes.
from. 60.
I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like you're
I
making
know
this
you
up,
don't
though.
believe me right now, but Google it.
I'm gonna
It
Google this
literally
in a
says
Google
second.
it, we'll
this
post it. Don't worry.
information.
I feel like it's got to
Everybody
be
will
like 3 numbers, or like it can't be that many numbers. You're talking about the
I don't
area
know.
code or the
Do
zip
you
code?
know how many numbers is in 60,000? It's like the same amount as ours for the postal code.
3, 6.
Oh, you're talking postal code. I'm talking like phone area.
No,
code.
we're talking about area codes like on
Oh
the phone.
shoot!
Yeah,
was
bro,
like,
you got me
what?
tripping.
Yeah, you
I'm
know
like, what's
what?
that? That's like 5 numbers. I was sitting here doing the
See,
math
you
real
were
quick.
making.
Like,
She's over there making shit up.
listen,
I knew you
Courtney,
were making it up.
like I said, we're gonna post the area code, not the zip code, in the comments.
Area code.
Thank you so much
Area
for
code.
tuning into the Valley
I'm not
Source
trying to get
101. It
where
seems
anybody
like somebody
lives
needs a
right now. I'm
smoke
sorry.
break. No, I'm just kidding. Love y'all. We'll be back hopefully in less than a month. Later.